Hi, welcome back to the lyrics in the story. I'm Tinted, and this is one I'm sure a few of you have been waiting to hear. This is Lost Time. The other day while I was sitting in the ICU, I was thinking about all we've been through. It's been years since I could see her face, and ever since then I felt so out of place. Surrounded by people who don't care for me. If I ran away tomorrow, I would do it happily. Knowing that I can't talk to you ever again has made me crazier than I've ever been. Maybe it's a memory of how it all ended. A nurse injecting air and morphine blended. I relive this nightmare all the time. I stop and report the horrible crime, but instead I was frozen in real life. You're unable to see me marry my wife. I struggle with knowing it was hard on you. Walking anywhere would make you turn blue. I wish we never would have called for help, because maybe it wasn't as bad as it all felt. Either way, I guess I'll never know for sure. I can't forget it, and I can't think about it anymore. I'm doing all the things you wanted from me. I'm being the man you always knew I could be. As I'm writing the next chapters of our book, I'm haunted by the memory of your life she took. I'm stuck in that moment in time. Not stopping it's my unforgivable crime. Guilt amplifying pain will never be done. You'll never get to see me raising my son. Years after my mom passed away, I was watching a patient struggling in the ICU. Escorting patients to community hospitals for treatment is one of my many job duties. He was intubated and didn't have much time left. Watching him for 8 hours reminded me of sitting next to my mom when she was going through it. My mom was a lifelong smoker and developed COPD later in life. Back in 2011, she got snowed in at work. She wasn't allowed to leave, so someone showed her a room with extra mattresses to take a nap in. When she woke up, she couldn't breathe. The room had dust in it that exasperated her illness. She nearly died dozens of times in the months following that day. She did get much better over time, and we had 6 more great years together. Once in a while, a panic attack would put her in the ICU. Watching her suffocate over and over again was hard, but I still had her with me, so it never really let it bother me. I must have calmed her down over 100 times so that she didn't have to go to the ER. Last time was December 2016. She was living with me for a couple months and things were going well. One night I woke up to her calling for me. I went to her and she was fighting to breathe. I couldn't calm her down this time. I called an ambulance and helped her get her stuff ready. I thought I picked a good hospital. I wish I would have picked the other one. She was intubated. After that, tied to a CPAP, and after a week, she was far worse than when she first came in. I was convinced that she'd be back to normal soon. One day they said they wanted to give her morphine and let her pass. I didn't want to hear it. She's strong and she could make it. We've talked before about all of this. She wanted to be here to see our family grow. Yet it hurt watching her suffer. She fought through pain for so long. A nurse named Joy gave her morphine and saline before the end of her shift. Joy would hug my sisters and act like she was nothing but empathetic. I know what I saw. There's not one doubt in my mind what it was. I should have done more, but I didn't. My regret keeps growing. I've had nightmares reliving that night. Watching her lay there asleep as her O2 levels keep getting lower, her heart going slower, and that occasional cringe in her face. Until she flatlined, and I whimpered, "Mom." I've never felt so broken and empty as I did seeing her gone for the first time. I'll likely never know for certain what happened that day. I'll never know if it was COPD or an embolism. I'll have to accept that because my family needs me, and that's all that matters. I'm nearly 5 years from that day now. It still hurts. She missed my engagement, my wedding, my house, and the birth of my son. I know she'd be happy. I know she loved me, but I know she'll never see any of it. She's one of the very few people who believed in me when I was 26 and destitute. I can't pay her back for the unconditional love, but I'll pay it forward to my kids. My kids are the ones who will really miss out. They deserve her in their lives, and she deserved them. Make the most of your time in this life. We only get so many special moments. Those moments become memories, and those memories will keep you strong in your darkest days. One of the hardest things you'll feel in life is looking back at lost time.